Hello everyone and welcome to another Tutorial Thursday. My name is Swiss, and for this week we're going to be going over something that was requested by one of my fellow patrons. Shouts to Miguel. That's going to be options that we have to take advantage of our opponent's stock invincibility or new stock invincibility. What that means is new stock invincibility is when your opponent dies or when you die, you come back onto this platform and you have invincibility for a short period of time. Now there are ways to actually try to waste as much time as possible of your opponent's stock invincibility. That way you're not getting hit or anything like that. We're going to go over that together. So let's go ahead, let's dive right in and let's get it. So before we go over methods of wasting your opponent's new stock invincibility, there are a few things that we must go over. And one of the things that you need to realize is that some methods are doable in some matchups and some aren't. So it's up to you to understand which methods are good for each certain matchup. Some characters move faster than others and really have good two frames. So if you have one that revolves around grabbing the ledge, then that's probably not going to work out so much. And also if you have one that revolves around going up high and your opponent has really good aerials and they can get up there pretty fast, like good jump height, stuff like that, then that's another thing you have to take into account for as well. On top of that, the other thing you need to realize is timing. Now some snake players will tend to just do their setup immediately before their opponent even comes back on this here platform. So it's very important that you wait until they drop off that platform, that you actually do your setup at that point. One thing to also mention, the last thing, is just the ruling of the platform, because it is a little bit different than previous games, is that the longer that they sit on this platform, the less amount of time their invincibility lasts. So you can see there it only lasted for about a second. But if I drop off of it immediately, you can see that it lasts much longer. And the reason you could tell that is because of how Snake is flashing white. So definitely need to keep that in mind. Again, the best timing primarily is to wait until your opponent actually drops off of the platform and then do your setup. So just a tip for you guys. Now let's go ahead and go over some methods. Alright, so we're going to start with a basic method performed by first person I saw do this is Ally, and I'm pretty sure he was one of the first to actually discover this. But what it revolves around is a very, very simple, basic, yet very good method, and that's going to be light throws, light throwing grenades. So light throw here, jump light throw, air dodge towards ledge. Now you can also do this with one if you would like, but for better coverage, people usually do two. So you can have one in front of here, and then you can, go for the ledge. So again, it looks like just like this. So using this method just provides two grenades in front of you. So you're going to have that coverage of two grenades, and then you're also grabbing the ledge, which is going to provide some invincibility. And then of course getting off of the ledge, whether you choose to jump, a neutral get up, roll, or etc, etc. So that's a very, very basic method. Now another method that is very known as well is Shogun's methods, and that revolves around Z-nade, up B, and then throwing the grenade down. Now this one is definitely good for people that just really want to chase you with aerials. So you can jump, throw the grenade down after you up B, and then that's pretty much it. Now this catches a lot of people off guard if they don't respect grenades, or if they aren't watching you and they don't see that you're actually just pulling a grenade out, jumping, and then up being. They probably just think that you're just up being above them, and then you throw the grenade down and you end up hitting them. Another thing too is if they jump up and try to hit you with an aerial and you throw that grenade down, once they hit that aerial, the grenade will also blow up and hit them. So another very, very good option to have. Now after that is going to be another option. Now I don't really know who made this option. I think it was Shogun. I don't know for sure, but it does revolve Z-nading. So you would Z-nade, grab the ledge, and then you throw it. Now this is a very common method I see Shogun do, and it looks like it's one of his favorites. But there are many ways you can actually mess around with this. Like you can just Z-nade and then just grab the ledge just like that. You could Z-nade then air dodge towards the ledge if you would want. You can Z-nade air dodge down, I believe it was, like that, and then throw it. So that gives you pretty much a fully cooked grenade, and then you're jumping off the platform and then throwing it immediately. So that's another good way to have some form of stock invincibility that you can like take care of, because you're grabbing the ledge and then you're throwing the grenade directly at them. So you can like even mix it up, such as this. Have the one grenade there, have the one to throw, and then you have the ledge grab invincibility as well. So there goes something like that. And then there's just a lot of other ways that you can use a lot of like methods you can create on your own. One that I created is just something like this. So what that provides is a grenade in hand. You're putting C4 on the stage, which is going to cover the ledge. So if they run to the ledge, you have the C4 to cover you. You have the grenade in hand, so when you grab the ledge and it blows up, then that's going to hit everything around you besides yourself because of the ledge grab invincibility. So that's just one thing that you guys could use there. Now, is it useful? Probably not too much, because you're forced to either have to grab ledge, and that's going to cause a regrab, or if you air dodge in, then you have to deal with landing lag. So let's just say they ran in and they shielded, then you might be punished for something, because when you air dodge, you're going to end up right in front of them. And if you grab the ledge, they're right here, so they can hit you for grabbing the ledge because it's a regrab. So that's just another thing that you could use, but again, you have to keep note of that. And you can make your own combinations as well too. Like you don't have to use Shogun's method or Ally's method or what MBD or Salem or whoever else is doing. You can do whatever pleases you. Just keep in mind that whatever you find, you need to think, is this good coverage? What does it cover? How does it help? How does it get me around? And just pretty much go from there. Another very common one that I've seen some Snake players do, well, not really too common, is what they'll do is they'll use the Z-nade Nikita, shoot it up, and then just like do whatever setup you want, let's say, and then the Nikita normally just falls down right there. So you can provide extra coverage. Then if your opponent doesn't expect it, the Nikita is going to fall right on top of them. So that's another tactic that you could use. But there again are a lot of ways to actually be able to move around and just get around altogether the new stock invincibility. So just keep that in mind. After that, you can mix up stuff with C4. Like you can have one C4 here, do this same thing, blow that up, get back on the ledge. You can B reverse if you want. You can do just B reverses all around, just to kind of like mix your opponent up. A lot of people just like to not use the form of the ledge or going up high, and they just like to Z-nade and then just use all around movement to trick your opponent into thinking where you're going to be. So that way it just confuses them even more. Because I'm pretty sure you guys have played people where they'll just jump around and then they'll, like, let's say wave land on a platform or something like that. So that's another thing that you're pretty much doing. You're just actually just be reversing around. So that could make things a little bit harder for them to actually hit you. So you can like let's say B reverse C4, Z-nade, move around, up B, blow it up or something. Just whatever you think is going to be viable. So you can create your own stuff in training mode, see if it helps, and then just pretty much go from there. But generally speaking, most people are going to use this method, which seems to be very beneficial and very helpful. And the other one, again, Z-nade, grab ledge, throw the grenade. I believe you can also just like grab the ledge and then throw it back on stage. You don't have to do like the air dodge that I'm doing, just because I don't really use that method too much. It's something I'm starting to work on though, so I'm not really precisely used to it yet. But I typically use the up B. That's one I like, and then I'll just use the ally method currently. But again, you know, there are a lot of things you could do. Everyone has their own ways of actually doing stuff. So, you know, feel free to play around with it. Let me know what you actually prefer and what your move is, and I'll try it out, see if I like it or not. And we're all here to share information with one another. So if you like the stuff that I've given you, definitely let me know. Subscribe to the channel and like the video. I have other social media platforms down below as well. I have Patreon, Twitch, Twitter, etc. You name it, it's there. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye now.
Never duplicate you, never multiply two. Everyone copy and paste, mask all up in on their face. Disney fantasy MPH, they are cool with their complacent. You feel it in you, then you brush it off you. Insignificant, but you got something we want, and your whole life is a taunt, cause you will not just comply. Waking up for your day.